Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. So first of all, I wanted to welcome you guys in. I hope you're having an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about walk with me. And so, one thing about God and just, who he is and just how amazing he is he is a God that is just like no other. He's a God that is just like indescribable. To really describe all of who he is, he's made up of so many things. Faithfulness, love, joy, peace, like integrity. So many things that God is made up of, or I should say, displays qualities of, but that's who he is. So that's his makeup. But one thing that I really enjoy on my journey with him is being able to walk with him and being able to just walk with him and talk with him and just really have him a part of my life. God is really like a friend to me. He's a friend that has been around and I've had in my life forever, and he's a friend like no other. And he's a friend that I'm so grateful and honored and privileged to be able to walk with in this life. I think it's just a blessing to be able to have him in my life and to even just, just share him with others. That's why I really come on the screen. Listen, y'all might think I'm crazy talking to y'all or like looking crazy, but listen, I'm crazy for God. I'll look crazy. I'll look weird. I don't know what y'all want to call it, but if I can share who God is to me and I can share how he's impacted my life and the way I get to experience him, then I'm gonna look crazy and I'm gonna look weird doing it. So listen, okay, y'all not gonna stop me from doing it. But I just wanted to share this today because it's such an honor to be able to have God and to just walk with him and just to have him in your life. Like, I need people to understand the importance it is. Like, God has helped me through so many things and he's leading me and guiding me. And I am young, I'm young, and I'm just just so grateful for where I'm at right now. And I give all glory and honor to God because he is the head of my life and he's the one who made me this way and constructed me this way. And it's just been, a blessing, but just be encouraged today and know that God is with you and God is for you. And if you haven't already decided to start taking a walk with him and to go on a journey with him, then today is a great day to decide that, to make that decision. To be able to have somebody to walk with, to be able to have somebody to talk with, to be able to have somebody that's always going to be rooting for you and being in your corner and cheering for you and loving you and supporting you. There's so many situations in my life where I'm just like, it brings me to tears almost. Like, I wouldn't say like, if you know me, I cry, but I feel like I'm more of an emotional person, but that's because I feel like, I just feel on a deeper level. And to really have God in your life and to be able to feel him and just to have him is just such a blessing. He has been so good to me on this journey that I've been with him. It hasn't been easy. It's been hard some days because why? You have to understand, living a life for God, it's sometimes can be difficult or hard, depending on what you're doing and how much you're obeying, because you have to die to yourself every day. You have to die to your flesh desires. You have to die to like yourself, and realizing that it's not, to die to yourself is not a bad thing, but it's just a thing that when you make a decision to like let go of things and not pursue things, like sometimes people think that it's like you're losing out on things. And like, if you are not doing what your friends are doing and let's say maybe you're not out here having sex with people, but your friends are, like, I guess people can make you feel bad about that, or people can try to be like, you're weird or whatever, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, you have to understand that if God is for you, then who can be against you? And so It may look weird and uncool to be doing certain things in your life, but listen, God sees and he rewards faithfulness and obedience. And so to me, I've gotten to a point to where I use the word hard, or like, hard as an example for people to understand, but it becomes easier with time when you decide to obey God and do different things. Like I gave sex as an example, but there's so many other things, like not lying, having integrity, having values for yourself, morals, respecting others, loving others. Like it's so many things. And so, you know, that it's really, when you walk with God, you realize that it's really not so much of, you know, it's not hard. It's just, you're just sacrificing your flesh, but you're going to gain something better. You're going to gain him. You're going to gain him, not just him, but every other thing that he desires to bless you with. You're going to gain so much more. You're going to gain joy. You're going to gain peace. You're going to gain clarity of the mind, because you're not out here confused and giving yourself up to everybody. Like, listen, it's society will make you think that walking with God is like weird and not cool, and that you're just missing out on everything. But they could think that. Listen, they could think that, because for me, I know that my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at without God, without him walking with me, without him talking to me. So therefore, I can't let society or anybody else try to talk me out of what me and God got going on. Because what me and God got going on is between me and him. And we've came to an agreement and understanding to know that this is the best thing for my life. And I have results to prove it all throughout my life. So it's like, why would I deny and go against results? And why would I deny and go against God, the one who's been there, the one who's seen me cry when I've gone through hurtful, heartbreak, traumatic things, the one who's made sure that I've had enough living on my own and paying for my own bills and stuff like that, to the one who's made sure I never had to lack in life. Why would I not walk with him? Why would I let society talk me out of not having him in my life? You know, oftentimes people let society and people talk them out of having God in their life and not walking with him. Because why? It's so easy to go with the world. It's so easy to go with what everybody else is doing. But when you go with what everybody else is doing, you'll get the results like everybody else has gotten. And so for me, I've looked at the results and I've looked at the world and seen that's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. That's not how I want to live. That's not what I want, because I've seen the results they get. Like, they look like they're having fun and living their best life. But I've seen so many people broken and miserable and bondage and poverty and so much stuff because they decided to get off their walk with God, or think that their walk, having God walk with them, was not important. And so in the end, they did what the world, they went with what the world. And some people, you know, it didn't end the best. And so, you know, I always encourage people, you know, I'm never going to be like, oh my God, walk with God and have him in your life and stuff. No, listen, it's your choice. It's your life. But I can only share with you what has helped me, and hoping that you will be encouraged, or you will gain some insight to be able to help you in your life. Like, God has helped me in so many areas of my life. And especially when you get on your own, and when you have to, like, when you're like single or just living your life as an adult, like when you grow up, like especially becoming a young adult, yes, your parents are there, but sometimes like you need guidance and you need direction, because if not, you will get caught up in so many things, and you'll look out one day and your life is like crazy. And you're like, how did I get here? Because you lose focus and you lose direction when there's nobody guiding and leading you. So today I encourage you to just walk with God. If you haven't already, or maybe you have, which is good, but if you haven't, start walking with him, letting him walk beside you, letting him guide and lead you to the things that he desires for you. Especially being a young adult, especially just being a person in general. Like, you could be an adult, you could be a kid, anything. God is the best person to have walking with you in this journey of life, because he will help you. He'll protect you. He'll from danger, unseen and unseen. He will make sure you have what you need. Like, it's so many things, but we just think that it's like we can figure it out. We don't have to. Like, we don't have to figure life out by ourselves. God is here. God is available, and God is able to walk with us and help us on this journey of life. So you guys, I really pray that this video encouraged you today. I really pray that you know and hope that you know that God is here for you. He wants to walk with you. He wants to just hold your hand and guide you and lead you through this life. And, so just take the invitation and just be willing and open to that. It doesn't have to be hard. It's just literally like, listen, if I see you on the street and I was your friend, and you're like, okay, girl, like, you be cute with your little best friend, y'all be holding hands, like, think of God like that. Think of him as your best friend that you hold in your hand. And, or like, you know how you about to cross the street and like it's a little kid with you, you got to hold their hand to make sure they're safe. That's really how it is with God. He wants to hold your hand and walk with you to make sure you're safe. Because just like a little kid and like a parent or somebody that's older than them, you have a different view. Their view is different. Their view is higher. So they can see what you can't see. Like, as the little kid. So that's just how it is with God. When you hold his hand, he has a higher view. And so he can see what you can't see. And so you have to understand that. We don't look at it like that, but look at it like that. When we hold his hand, we're here and he's here. So he has a different view than you do. And so we think it's not important, but really, if you look at it like that, it's really so important. So just think about that. Just think about that. But anyway, you guys, I thank you so much for being here. And I really just pray this video encouraged you and just gave you some new insight and just helped you, think differently. And I will see you guys in a different video. Bye-bye.